Besides our belief in God, is there anything you disagree with me on, from what you know of me?
Besides the belief in God?
Yeah.
What do I disagree with? I'm not too much into politics. Unfortunately, I can't be like David Pacman and sit here and debate you successfully in politics.
Right.
But I think there's something to be learned from both the Republican Party and the Democratic Party. I think to stick your stake in either one of them and stay there is bad. So I think we should take something from both of them and keep moving on and up and as we progress as a species. So I would have to say I disagree with maybe blaming everyone who's a Democratic when they may have some good things you can take away from it. And the same token, the Republicans as well. So,
is there anything good you can take away from the Democrat? One thing.
I think they're more, and this is another thing I guess you disagree with. I think they're more for adopting healthcare for everybody. And I think if we're going to have police, fire, public schools, we need to have healthcare for everyone as well.
Really?
Yeah, I firmly believe that.
So you would want to pay for free healthcare for all?
Well, if I'm not mistaken, right now we pay more for healthcare the way it is now than we would if it was available for everybody.
But the fire department people come and put out the fire, right?
Mm-hmm.
But a free medical person, they'll just lay there and wait for you to take care of them without doing or giving anything.
Well, we would have to pay more in taxes, of course.
And you want to do that?
Well, I think there's a couple things we can do. Not only can we pay a little bit more in taxes, but there's a loophole the corporations have allowed themselves by lobbying and stuff that allows them to hide money away overseas or stuff to get out of paying their fair share in taxes, whether it's Bank of America or Google or whoever. They don't pay their fair share of taxes. And there's a lot of money to be had if we close the loophole of them being able to move their money offshore and just face the tax they need to face for conducting business here.
But I believe that if they work hard to get rich, billionaires and all that, they have a right to do what they want. That doesn't mean I got to take my money and give it to some lazy bum just waiting around for free stuff.
Well, I think if someone is going to, well, we're talking medical care,
Right,
not like
right.
a monthly allowance.
Right.
I think in order to take care of in order for your population to flourish, you need to take care of them, make sure they don't die off.
Why not let them die off? They'll get out of the way and it won't be your problem. You have your own family, you have your own life. Why not let them die off? It's not my responsibility to keep them alive.
Well, they're part of society.
And?
Well, this goes
We
back.
let the animals die, we don't take care of them.
So you would rather see people suffer and die to spend a little less in taxes?
Yes.
Okay. That's part getting back to spiral dynamics. We're reaching to the green phase, the green stage now, that it's unavoidable we go there, and how much we defy going there depends on how much we'll hurt people. So we just need to accept that it's going that direction.
But that will make them get up and do for themselves if they know that no one's going to take care of them. That's how they did it in the good old days.
Is it though? How many people lose their insurance and don't get covered or get kicked out of their insurance when they come down with a serious illness and aren't cared for? But they can get in
this country emergency room. They can go to any emergency room.
But they're not receiving the preventive care they need.
Are you for open borders?
Open borders. That accounts for what, about 30% of the illegal immigrants that are here? I think illegal immigrants...
We really don't know because they don't tell the truth about the real numbers.
It could be.
But you're for open borders?
I think having an amount of illegal immigrants allows the farmers and such to hire people for less money than a native person would work for, therefore creating more jobs for the native workers who are then processing the goods that the illegal immigrants are at the bottom creating for the native workers to work. And I think if we close the borders and we make restrictions, we have less illegal immigrants working here, which means less product flows in, which means less native workers to help process that. So I think having them there is a bonus and a positive.
But there are ways that you can bring, if you need extra workers. Right now, we don't need it. But if you need it, they can come in a legal way, work visas and things, through the front door instead of the back door, so we'll know who's coming in.
But the reason why they're so cheap is because they can't fight for higher wages, because they don't have the protections of a native worker.
But when they come in illegally, they bring in other problems, crime and drugs and out of wedlock birth.
You could be right about that.
healthcare.
Unfortunately, my education on that isn't vast.
Oh, I got
so
you. Okay. So I got to heat this up and put you on the hot seat.
I love the hot seat. Let's go.
Oh, let me ask this first. White people need to come here from South Africa, Zimbabwe, because the blacks were enslaving them over there. As they're doing to the whites here, should we open up the gates so the more white people can come in?
From Africa?
From wherever they need to come from, but especially from Africa and all those countries.
I mean, I'm all for letting people come in.
How about white people?
I don't see why it would matter whether they're white or not.
So should we let them, the whites, come in and work for cheap labor and give them free health care?
I don't think the color of skin really matters.
So you saying yes, we should?
They'll do the same kind of work, doesn't care what color the skin is.
So you're saying yes, we should?
Why not?
Have you noticed that they don't let the white people come in?
Do I what?
Have you noticed white people don't come and only people of color?
Oh, I didn't really notice that
Because
too
the
much.
whites from South Africa have been trying to get in, they can't get in.
Oh, yeah, I heard it's difficult to get over here from Africa.
If you're white.
Oh.
But if you're black, come on in.
Oh, is that true?
Yeah.
You could be right. I'm not sure.
What do you think about that?
I'm not sure why there's a distinction.
Because they're white?
Yeah.
And white people are the most hated?
No, I don't know why we distinct it. We make a distinction.
Because white people hate
why
it.
we discriminate against
Right.
them. I don't know why we do.
Are you concerned that white people become fewer and fewer in this country and the people of color are taking over because whites are having abortion, there are fewer of them in numbers, and eventually they'll become the minority? Does that concern you?
No.
Why not?
I think eventually we're all going to be pretty mixed race. I mean, look at me. I'm only attracted to darker skinned women. So if I have kids, they're going to be mixed. So I guess I'm part of the problem.
But white people are going to be enslaved because the people of color are going to turn the whole country to a ghetto.
Okay, I think that's a little extreme. I don't see that happening, no.
You don't see, they
I
already
don't see
doing
that
it to the
happening.
white. Look at South
I think
Africa.
slavery here in this country is done, and I think we're done with that.
They're doing in South Africa, they're already taking the land from the whites without compensation. They're robbing and raping and murdering them in their own homes.
That could be true. I'm not educated too well on that.
Oh,
so,
you're not?
No.
It's happening here in America.
I'm not aware of that, sir.
You better wake up.
I'd better start reading.